Hello and welcome back everyone. I am Ramanan Pandey. Today we are going to cover the match case statement. Okay, so what we are going to cover in this video? In this video we are going to cover we use match case statement is our first topic. Then we are going with working some examples like number to word command matching thing and tuple matching also, and so many things we are going to do in this video. After that we are going to solve some problem, and then we are going with hands-on practice. I attached the 7 question in this video for practice only, so you can gives your time to do these questions. So what is match case statements? You know that if you don't know that, then see, a more powerful alternative of if-elif-else statement was match case statement. Okay, make sure that keep this thing in your mind. Now we are talking about what is the match case statement. So the match case statement introduced in Python 3.10 is used to pattern matching, and it change a value against multiple pattern and execute the code block for the first match. Means that if let's take an example like this is any match case. This is any match case example. So if this was the matched, this pattern will be matched from your code, then the output will be this. And this was the not our output. Our code will be executed only this thing. Okay, this was the thing here. It want to say what is match. Match start the pattern matching block. Here you can see that match. Then a variable. Variable means normal variable. The value you want to test is the variable. Simple thing is there. Then case, a specific pattern to match that you want to perform, and then we are putting a pattern. You can see that here pattern 1, pattern 2. So a literal like 1 comma hello, a string xy, anything you want. If you want, you can put it here. Okay, case that's if let's see another thing like if you want to print a by default case like in you can say that in if-else statement, else was the part which print if if part and elif part will not run, then else will be executed. Same in this, if any of the case will not printed, this case will be printed. This is the by default case. Here you can use a underscore after the case, so it's become a default case. So let's see its syntax, how we can write our match case statement, how we use this thing. So you can see that we are writing match here firstly, and then a variable name, then colon is important very much here, and then indentation is there. This all the things are very much important. If you forget these things, our match case will be not able to create it. Okay, so then indentation is there. Then case 1 means, so here we are taking an example like pattern 1, then our code that you want to perform the task. So the task you want to perform, you are going to put it here in code block. Okay, then case again another case is put in here. Then pattern 2 means another pattern, then another code. Then if none of this case 1 and case 2 is printed, then this was the by default case. Here you can see that a by default case like else. So you can see that by default case is used at the last place. Okay, so you know that you need to Python 3.10 or newest to use match case. Otherwise match case is not able to in older video, sorry, not video, older version. Okay, pattern can also use class check like int and guards if condition. Means that in this case you can put all the things like if else range part and so on, any data type conversion, anything you can use inside the cases. Okay, so let's see the quick example first, so you can understand how we can write our code. Okay, so I am taking a num variable here, num equal to integer input, enter a number, user are going to put the number here. For like take an example, like user are putting number 3. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to create our match case, match number, then colon, then indentation was there, indentation is a tab space. Okay, then case 1, uh, so what was in case 1, if number was 1, here the variable is created, so if the number is equal to 1, then this 1 will be printed. If number is 2, then this 2 will be printed. Number is 3, then 3 will be printed. So what was the number is 3, so correct, our this part will be printed, means 3 will be our output. But here you can see that case slash underscore means that this was the by default. If number, like take an example, like number was not 3, number was 4, so what was the printed, 1 2 3, none of the thing was matched with this 4, so our by default value will be printed, which is other. Okay, so let's see this code in our code editor for your better understanding. So let's open our VS Code to our Python classes. Now I am going to open my Python code, Visual Studio Code, so that you are able to do the things. Now here my Visual Studio Code is open, and you can see that here I am closing all the things because it's not useful for today. Okay, now I am creating another file which is named as matchcase.py. py is important because it's a extension of Python. Okay, that's why py is important here. Now what you want, we are going to do, we are going to write our first test case, which is num equal to, num is a variable name, and equal to is a operator, equal operator. Then we are putting integer type int, integer type input int input, and here we are going to enter the number, enter the number. Okay, then we start our match case. For that we are first we have to write match here. We have to write match here. Then what we have to do, what was our requirement, our requirement is simple, like we want to take a number, and then we are going with case 1, case 2, case 3, and then print 1 2 3. Okay, let's write the whole thing here in your Visual Studio Code. So match num, then colon is important, and this indentation was important. Okay, so now I am going to write here case 1. So what was in the case 1? Another thing was to notice is that uh, here here is also important thing, and this indentation is also important, so make sure that you do not forget anything in the code. Okay, so we are going to put colon here and then enter, and what we want to do, here you can see that two tab spaces there. First tab space is from here to here, and the second tab space is here to here. Okay, so make sure that indentation was very much important, so do not forget any space, any backspace, any type of tab space here. So let's print. If case equal to 1, then what we have to print? We have to print 1 in word. Then case 2 is there, case 2, then colon, then tab space, then again print command is there, and what we are going to print? If case is 2, we are going to print 2. Okay, the simple thing is this. Then case 3 is there, and case 3 colon tab space print 3. Now we are going to create a default case like else. Okay, so here we are going to write case, then space, then this. Okay, after this we are going to write here colon, then enter, then we are going to print the thing what you want. So let's see what is in our code. In our code it's other, so same thing we are going to write other. In print we are going to write other. Let's see our output, it's correct or not, what it was giving you in a output. Let's take an example number as 5. So it's other because it doesn't match with case 1, case 2 and case 3. So the by default case was printed here. Simple thing was that. So let's take an example of 3, enter, then 3 was there. Now I am putting 2 here, so 2 was there, and then 1, so 1 is there. Okay, so it's mean that this was the correct way to write case statement. Okay, so do not forget this syntax anymore. Make sure that you leave a proper indentation after each thing. So let's see another example. Another example is our command equal to start. We are going to start a car, give a proper advice to a car. If we start, then car engine is started. If we stop, car engine is stop. Pause, then pausing. Okay, so how to write this thing? Firstly we are going to comment out this thing, so we can write our another example here. Now we are going to take a thing which was, you can see that command is start, means our car was started currently. So command is start, then match. We will starting our match case match. Then we are writing command here, then colon, then enter, then case 1. So here we are not writing case 1. What we are writing here? We are writing a case start, case stop, case pause. Okay. Case start, then print. What we are going to print? We are going to print engine started. Is I am right? No, starting the engine. We are going to write here starting the engine. Then another thing is case stop. In case stop, we are going to print the thing which was stopping the engine. Now the another case is about what? Another case is about to pause. So our another case is about to pause. So we are going to pause our car. If a car is pausing, then what we are writing to? We are writing pausing and then unknown command. This was our by default case. So what we are going to print? We are going to print unknown command. What we are going to print? We are going to print unknown command. So let's run our code and see the output. Name capture start random. Here you are getting an error. Why the error was there? Let's see here why we are facing error. We are facing error because to a big mistake. The mistake was like we have missed this thing. What was this? This was the way to make convert thing into a string. So simply what we are going to do, we are going to convert it in a string. So let's convert this all things in the string. Then we are going to see the output. What are the output? So let's run our code. So here command is start. So starting the engine was printed. If simply I am going to write here pause, then what was the output? Output is stopping the engine. No, output is pausing because we are right here gives in command pause. So output is pausing. That's why this all the simple thing is there, and these are all we can say that simplest way to print the thing in and use match case. Now I am giving a invalid thing like this. So this was nothing, so unknown command is printed. Like jumping of car was not there, so I am writing jump here. Jump. No command is named with jump here. So you can see that here jump was not there, that's why unknown command is printed because this was the by default case. So by default case was printed when none of the code was running. Let's comment this thing and moving to our next part which is a tuple matching. So let's see what is tuple matching and how it is. You can see that match case isn't limited to single value like case 1, case 2, stop, start, not like that. Also you can give two numbers also inside this in the point form like xy. It can match the shape of a structure like tuple. The program match a point xy to figure where the line is. Means in, let's take an example, it's a graph and here a line was there and this was the 0 1 2 3. Okay, and here it is also 1 2 3 then 4. So let's number this first to understand. 1 2 3 4 we are going to pass it here. So you can see that here it is like that. Okay, and in this plane, in y plane, it's like that. So what was the thing? What the thing was simple, like you can see that here we are going to take a variable equal to 0.5. then check which point it will be matched. It will, if it will be matched with any case, then it print the thing that you want. Now the thing is that each uh, each case unpack the tuple differently. Like 0 0 match only the exact origin, 0 y match the point on the y axis, and x comma 0 check what x comma 0 check that the x axis and binding x, and here we are binding y. Then in x comma y match case anywhere else in this graph, it will be printed binding both coordination, means not printed, it will be binding the coordination. So let's see how we write code for this. Using match case statement, we are going to write this thing. So let's see here. We are going with a variable point equal to 0 comma 5, which is our value. Now we are going to create our match. So we write match here, then point, then comma is there, not you can say that comma. This was the important thing which we are going to print here, and then indentation space is there, then case 0 comma 0, first case is coordination point 0 comma 0, means here x axis is 0 and y axis is also 0. Then what we are going to print, we are going to print object is an origin. So simply we can write here origin is there. If case is 0 comma y, means that if case in you can say that x plane, not in x plane, in x plane it says 0 and y plus some value is there, means that object is here. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to just print y axis at y, means here the value will be printed of y. Here you can say that x is 0 and y is 5, so the 5 will be printed here. Okay, now we are going with the case x comma 0. What is x comma 0? So simply you can say that x is the origin, x is the first axis. So it's going to print the number of axis where the object is in x axis. So the print was command was like this: x axis at x, means that at x it will be printed. Okay, it gives the value where the object is in x axis, and here object in y axis will be there. Now another thing was there, means that object is in both x plane and y plane. So what was the output? Output was point at both x and y, and the value of x is here 0 and value of y is 5. So this was the printed. Let's write this code and understand this whole thing in our Visual Studio Code. So you can write the code from your own side also. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to write our code here. Okay, so what we are to take first, we have to take a variable point. Then what we are going to do, we are going to give the value, you can say that value 0 comma 5, means x equal to 0 and y equal to 5. So let's take this thing first. Let it be x is equal to 0 comma 5. Okay, now the thing was, we are going with the match statement, matching point. So here we are writing point, but in our code we are not named variable as point, we named at axis. So match axis we are going to write. Okay, so let's write match axis was there, match axis. Then we are writing our case first is what, case first is axis is 0 comma 0, means it's a origin. So we are going to print, what we are going to print, we are going to print origin here. And the next case was Next case is about what? Next case is about to value at point. You can simply see that here the value at point 0 comma y. So we are going to write here value is 0 comma 5 here, 0 comma 5 is there. Then we are going to print what? We are going to print using f string. We are going to print because we want uh, some direct point, some direct key also. You can see that here y axis at will be printed as it is. So I am writing here y axis is, and then I'm putting curly braces here, so the value of y will be come here because I'm writing y here. The value, the y axis is this, anything. If here you can see that the value of y axis is 5, so 5 will be printed here. Then another case is what? Another case is about to, another case is about to x. Okay, so x axis at axis will be printed. So let's see. So here we are going to write like x comma 0. Sorry, we put something wrong here. Here it's a 0 and it's, no, sorry, it will be 0 and it will be y. Okay, because it is the y axis and this will be the y x axis. Now a colon is there, then we are going to print. We are going to print what? We are going to print using f string. F string, then we are going to print x axis is, and then a curly braces is there and value of x will be printed here. Another case was also there, which is case x comma y. Case x comma y is there. Case x comma y, then colon, then we are going with indentation, then a print command was there. Print, then a parenthesis. Using f string, we are going to pass the statement. And what was the statement for this? The statement is point at x comma y, the point. Okay, so we are going to write here point at, then bracket, then this curly braces, and we are going to put it here simply x and then comma, then a space. No, space was not there, so here we are writing y. Let's run our code and see the output what our code will gives you. So here it is 0 comma 5, so that's why it's giving you y axis at 5. Okay, if I am writing 6 comma 5, the output will be what? Output will be point at 6 comma 5 because both x and y are included. If it will be, let's take example 6 comma 0, then you know that only x axis will be printed, the part of x axis will printed, like x axis is 6. Okay, so I think you understand this code better, so let's write it from your own side for makes your hands-on practice. Now what we are going to do, we are going to take another example also. So what was this? This was the weekday classifier. Weekday classifier, this was our practice started from this slide. Okay, so weekday classifier, this code is about to classify the weekday. It's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday or Saturday. anything that was it was. Okay, so let's read the problem first. The statement problem statement was like that: complete the missing part of the partially written match case statement. Means some written code was there, but here it's complete code, so do not prefer this. um, Write it from your on site. Take as an example. Okay, first you can see this code how this is written, and write it from your on site. Okay, that classify a day of the week in enter by the user. Okay, if user enter Monday, sorry, not a Monday. Yes, if you user enter Monday, then what will the printed? It's a weekday or not? Then you know that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are the weekday, and Saturday, Sunday was the weekend. So the same thing we are going to print. Monday to Friday it's a weekday, and Saturday Sunday is a weekend. If anything else will be given here, then what we are going to print? We are going to print that's not a valid day. Okay, the sample is there for example. So you can prefer this all things and write your own code from your own side. So let's write code for this thing. Here we are going with a variable day. First day equal to input, because it's a very string type, so direct we are going to enter your, no, not your, enter the week, enter the week. So user was writing the week name, and then what you are going to print here, spelling mistake, input not input. Okay, so there was input, enter your week. So now we are going with match. Match, what we are going to match? Match day. Match day case. So what was our case? Our case was simple, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This was the wrong thing placed here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday was there. What was this? If you know that, then comment what is this. If you don't know, so I can tell you. This is the or. Okay, this is the symbol of or. If we are putting Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, means anything was there, this all five things are weekday, so it's a weekday was printed. So let's write case Monday, case Monday, then or, not this. Okay, write it in inverted comma. Monday, then Tuesday was there, then or again, then again inverted comma. Friday. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If anything from this, then what we are going to do? We are going to print it's a weekday. It's a weekday. Correct. After that, we are going with another case, which is if it was not a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, means it was not a weekday. What we are going to do? So we are going to print it's a weekend. Okay. So weekend are simply Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday was there. Okay. Now, if Saturday and Sunday is the day, then what we are going to print? We are going to simply print a thing which is it's not sorry, it's a weekend. If it's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so what we are going to print? We are going to give a by default case which is case underscore, then we are going to print invalid day. So this was our whole code. Now run the code and see the output. Enter the week. Let's take Sunday. Sunday, enter. So it's a weekend, because Sunday is weekend. Let's run it again. Today is Monday, so let's write Monday. When I am writing Monday here, it gives you it's a weekday, because today is weekday. That's why I am creating this video. Okay. So you can write the whole thing from this, anything like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you will get it's a weekday. And if you write Saturday and Sunday, it will gives you result as a it's a weekend. So another thing was invalid case. So invalid there was there, not invalid case, it's by default case. So invalid there was printed for you. Let's see our next example. You can say that next practice set. So what was the next practice? Next is about to check traffic light simulator. We are going to check traffic light simulator. So here you can see that the statement was like that, um, simulate a traffic light system using match case, read a string representing the traffic light color and print the appropriate action. Means if we read, you know that the traffic rule, so you can do it from your own side. If it's a red, then you are going to print stop. If it is yellow, then we are going to print what? We are going to print slow down, because these are the rule made by our government. If it is green, then we have to go. We don't have to slow down and we don't have to stop. But in India, many people do a thing like, if it's a yellow, then it's user do not. I cannot say that user. I can say that the people who are driving vehicle, they are not slow down. They more accelerate their vehicle and try to cross without any type of brake. So this all the thing was there. Anything else print invalid, means that if red was there, then we are going to print stop. Yellow is there, then slow down. Green, so go. If anything else, any other color or any invalid thing was there, so we are going to print what? We are going to print invalid color. Okay. So let's write our code. Here you can see that something like sample. We are input, we are giving like red here. So what we are getting stop. Okay. So let's see, write our code first. My suggestion is that you can write it out from your on side, then you can come and see the code here. Okay. So let's write the code. Let's take a variable color. Color equal to input. We are getting input from user, taking input from user. So color is equal to input, then we are going to match. What we are going to match? We are going to match color. So we are writing color here. match color, then case 1. What is our case 1? Our case 1 is color is red. If a color is red, then what we are going to print? We are going to print stop here. If color is not red, if color is yellow, so what we are going to do? We are going to print slow down. Then in case 3, we are going to take green. If color is green, then what we are going to do? We are going to simply print go, means that you can go. If color is any other from these three, which is red, yellow, green, so what we are going to print? We are going to print that we are going to print invalid color. Okay, so these are the whole thing from how you can learn, or any, like, let's say that if any small children want to learn the traffic rule, so you can give this code to that children, so they can learn this all thing. Okay, so let's run and see the output. It's asking for input. Let's give red, then it say that it stop. If it is green, then go, and if it was yellow, then slow down. Okay, so if it was anything else like brown, so what is indicated? It indicates nothing, so that's why it gives you invalid color. Now you can see that this code was completed to check a traffic rule. Okay, so let's see the another thing. Simply we are going with to take input from user first. Here you can see that color equal to input, and then we are going with match color, then case red, print stop. If color is red, if color is yellow, we are going to print slow down. If color is green, we are going to print go. If anything else was there, then invalid case was printed. Okay, if anything else was there, so what was printed? Invalid color is printed. Anything else means outside this color, these three colors. If the thing was out of this three color, out of this three case, then this will be printed. Okay, so let's see our another question, which is a grade converter. Here we are going to convert the gate, learn how we can convert grade from marks. Okay, then we have another part of a practice set, so we can move further. So let's see the code first, this code first. This is about to grade converter, where we are going to convert the grade. Okay, so let's read the statement first. What was the statement want to say? You can see that read a student marks. We are going to take in read means we are going to take input integer from. Why integer? Because marks was in integer. It's also in float, but here we let's take its integer. Okay, so and we are going to print the corresponding grade using match case. Make sure that you use match case, not if else. Okay, Although this question was done by if-else, many way to do a simple single question. So but here you can see that how we can use. Uh, this time each case is guarded with an if-else condition and range. So we can use inside the match case we are using if condition. Like here you can see that if. Why we are using only if here, not if, else, elif? Because this was the match case and this block was different, this block was different, and all the block have different block, not the same block is continued. That's why we are writing if, then if, then if, then if, again and again we are writing if here. Okay, so let's see how we can write the code. Here the sample is given and also the condition is there. If marks is greater than 90, a will be printed is it's between 80 and 89, B 70 79, C 60 69, D and below 60, F means student get failed. Okay, so a sample is also there. Input type input 95, output will be A, because 95 is greater than 90, so A will be printed, and 85 is greater than and smaller than 89, that's why B was there. Okay, so let's write the code for this question. Now come to our VS Code or any code editor you can use from your own and write the code for this thing. So firstly I am going to take marks as a input from user. Here I am going to comment, like not a comment, you can say that command, that enter your marks. So user are going to enter the marks here, and what we are going to do, we are going to just print the thing. We have to use match case, that's why match we are using match marks. Then we are not using case marks, this case mark that, so because we have to use if also in this code, so that's why we are putting this here. You can see that default case, so we are using, but here it's not a default case. Okay, so make sure that you know this all thing. Now we are going to write if condition here. If marks is greater than 90, greater than equal to, let's take, not so equal to, let's take only greater than. Okay, let's see in the code what we have to take, greater than equal to or only greater than. So greater than equal to, because it's only 90 plus. Okay, it means it's 90 is allowed. Marks greater than equal to 90, what we are going to print, we are going to print A. Okay, you can see that simply, if marks is greater than equal to 90, then what we are going to print, we are going to print A. If marks is 80, between 80 and 89, now see here, don't see the code. For C this, for D, E, F, so let's write for B. So what we are going to write for B, we are going with again a default case, then this, if, then again if condition, if marks is greater than equal to 80, and if both condition are true, then and then only our if print statement will be printed the result. Okay, Now we are going to print what? We are going to print, sorry, not we are going to print. Firstly, we are going to make the condition. If marks is greater than equal to 80 and marks is less than equal to 89, okay, because 90 was in the A, so that's why less than 89 or equal to 89 we are taking here. Then what we are going to print? We are going to print B. Then similarly we are writing things for all things. So if marks was greater than 70 and marks was less than 79, we are going to print C here, and after that we are going to take another case which is also a by default case. Here also we are using if here, and if marks is greater than 60, greater than equal to 60 and marks was less than equal to, or you can say that 69. So what was the output? Output will be, we are going to print A, B, C and D here. Okay, now you can see that another thing was A, B, C, D, E, then F, not E condition was there. If less than 60, then my student will be failed. So let's write our last condition. Our last condition is case default if marks is, you can say that greater than 60, not greater than, less than 60. If marks is less than 16, then we are going to print what? We are going to simply print that fail, F, not complete fail we are going to write. So let's run our code and see the output, is our code is correct or not. So we are going to check this thing first. So enter your marks. Compiler want for, from user side it want input which is a marks. Let's take example of firstly we are going with the example of the sample which is 95A 85B. So let's check these two things first. So let's write here 95, it's A, correct, it means that our code was working fine. Then 85, it's one, what was what the thing we are expecting? We are expecting B. So yes, the B was there. It's mean that we write the correct code here. Now we are checking each thing. If you write anything, any condition, it will be printed at is it at what was the thing. If it is less than 60, what we are going to get? We are going F. So the similar thing we are moving with the this type of thing, like for checking 46, any number we can put here and see the output what user is. If 89, then it is also B. If 65, then it is D. It's mean above average. It if it was you can say that 74, it is 90. And if I am putting 70, then it is sorry, if I am putting 70 here, then I am getting C also, because I am putting here that we can see that here it is greater than and equal to symbol was there. Okay, greater than and equal to, greater than and equal to, that's why it's comparing with equal 70 also. So it gives us at 70 C. Okay, so let's understand this code from this PPT, because here you can see that you can learn this code. Okay, so now moving to our PPT. and see how we can write this code. So here the simple thing we are going to do, which is making a input from user, taking input from a user, and then what we are going to do, we are going to match marks. If marks is greater than equal to 90, we are going to print A. You know that marks criteria, you have your school, your college have also a grade criteria, like if a student have greater than 80, then this grade will be given. If greater than this, so this grade will be given. So this all thing every school and every college have, any university have this thing. So you can simply see here that we are printing if greater than equal to 90, if less than equal to 80, we are going to print uh, if greater than equal to 80, and means that if this condition become true, let's take example of 83. So it's check, is 83 is greater than 80? Yes, so it is true. Then it will check here, is marks is less than 89. So if it is 90 and you forget to give this part, so if it is, it's become true, but this part will not become true. So that's why B will be not printed. So make sure that you are writing each condition perfectly. So here you can see that we are writing marks is less than equal to 89. uh, Forget this and let's write your old thing, which is 83. Old example is our 83. So here it's become true, and here marks was less than 89. Yes, 83 is less than, here it's also become true. Here it's the both statement will true, then and then only output will be there. So what are the output for this? The output for this was B. Similarly, here you can see that another case for marks is greater than equal to 70 and marks is less than equal to 79. What we are going to print? We are going to print C. Then for C case, you can say that less than equal to 79 and greater than equal to 60. Less than equal to 69 and greater than equal to 60. So what we are going to print? We are going to simply print here D value, and if it was less than 60, we are going with F here. So this all the things we covered. Now we are moving to our next thing, which is our practice set. Here 7 more match case question was there. The type commonly asked in Python practice in your university exam, in your college exam. So let's start with our practice set. So let's start with our question. So here you can see that our first question is to day of the week, means we are going to print the day of week. We are passing the number of day and the output will be day. Like you know that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and default case is also there, which is invalid day. Okay, means that if it's out of the day, like if not it's Monday, it is not Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so it's mean that it's a invalid day. Okay, so let's start with our statement. What was our statement? First target is your, when you solve any type of question in anywhere in your university and in your any type of exam, you are going with a statement first. Which type of a statement? Problem statement. So let's read our problem statement, and then we are going with to do this question in our VS Code. Okay, so now I am going to read the question. Take a day number from 1 to 7, means we are going to take number from 1 to 7. If it is out of 7, then what you have to do? You have to print invalid day. So first see for valid day. Take a day number from 1 to 7 and print the matching weekday. Okay. So here all are the weekday. previously we are done with the question, which is we are going to print it's a weekday or it's a weekend. So this condition was different, and here this condition was different. Here we are going to pass only the number, means 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we get the output like it's which type of day. Okay, so the same thing here, it is written take a day number from 1 to 7 and print the matching weekday name. Okay, so उस week नाम हमें जो है print कराना है. Here you can see that a sample is given there. Uh, Sorry. Here you can see that a sample is given there. What was the sample? Sample is to enter the name. It is a input type, input way. We are going to pass a string in our input function, which is enter number 1 to 7. Then what was the output? Output is simply printing the day. Okay, so let's start with our VS Code. For that I am going with my Python class and right click on it, then open with code. So my VS Code is opening. It takes some time because VS Code was the most powerful app, you can say that. So you can perform any type of coding here like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, C, C++, any type of coding, any type of programming you can done from this. Let's write our code. Our code is about to printing the day with the number. So let's take a input from user. Let it be num. Okay, so num equal to, we are going to put here num equal to, and then we are going to integer input. Why integer input? Because we know that we want number from 1 to 7 from the user. So this is the way to take input from user. Now input we are going to write here because we want a command which is what, which is enter number 1 to 7. Okay, so same thing we are writing here, enter number 1 to 7 we are going to write here, enter number from where to where, 1 to 7, correct. Enter number from 1 to 7, then a colon is there, so it will separate the this statement and the user input. Now user will print enter their output. Now how we are creating our match case? For that we are writing first match match here, and then we are going with number because here we are going with to check num. So match num. Firstly we are creating our case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, and so on. These are the way to take you cannot say that take it, these are the way to write the code. So let's write case 1 here. If a user puts number 1, so what is the our output? Our output is to print, make sure that it will starting with Sunday. Is I am correct? No, it's from Monday, then Tuesday. Many condition will start with Sunday, but here it's start with Monday. That's why we are also going to start with Monday. You can see that in sample 6 is Saturday, means 6 is Saturday. Then we are going with start with 1, 1 as a Monday. Okay, so let's start with Monday. So first is Monday here, and then another case was there, which is case 2. So what was the case 2? Case 2 was same like this. If case 1 is Monday, then case 2 is Tuesday. So we are going to print here Tuesday. After that printing Tuesday, we are going with case 3. Okay, so and then we are for going up to where, up to 7, and then after we are taking a by default value. Let's see. case 3 we are going to print what? We are going to print Wednesday. After that another case was there, which is case 4, and the case 4 is, sorry, here you can see that I forget the space, that's why the error will become. Here a tab space is required, two tab space is required, because first for match and then second for case. Okay, so that we are going to print order wise. What we are going to print here? We are going to print here Thursday. Thursday. After that we are going with another case, which is which is case 5. Again I forget this is, but don't worry, I take care of it. Then I'm going to print the thing which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. After that we are going to print Friday. Okay, Friday here, because fifth number is the Friday. After Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. So case 6 is there, and case 6 is for what? Case 6 is for print. We are going to case 6, which is printing Saturday. The value of Saturday we are going to print here. Okay, so let's see another thing which was an important one, means the last case. No, we escaped the Sunday, so let's write Sunday first. So seventh number we are going with print Sunday. We are going to print Sunday here, and after that all printing the all weeks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We are going with another case, which is this case. And what is this? This is a by default case in our match case statement. It's a work like a else. Similarly, the same function of else will be function of a case underscore. If none of the case will be printed, if neither the number is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, sorry 8, not 8, from 7, so it will be printed this by default case, which is we are going to print that this is invalid day. Invalid day we are going to print here if the day was not matched. Okay, so let's print this question and print this code, and let's see the output what we are getting. So now I'm going to run this code. Here you can see that it's asking for enter the number between 1 to 7. If user write out of the 1 to 7, take 9. So what was the output? Output will be invalid there, because this was the by default case we are going to put here. That's why it's giving you a by default case. And if I am going to write a valid number which is between 1 to 7, included 1 and 7, so let's write 7. So it's a Sunday. So today is Monday, so we are going to write 1, then it gives you Monday. Okay, so similarly you can write any number and gets the day. You can say that getting the day of that number. So after that we are going with any number and the output will be correct, no matter the output is be out of the number 1 to 7 and it's inside the number, it will always gives you a output. If out of the 7 1 to 7, then it gives you invalid. If between 1 to 7, then it gives you as per requirement. If you write 1, then Monday, 2 Tuesday, 3 Wednesday, 4 Thursday, 5 Friday, and 6 Saturday, 7 Sunday. Okay, so that's all for this question, and let's see here the explanation also. If you understand this question, then you can skip this part. Otherwise you have to make sure that you are watching this video till the end, and do not skip any type of any part, do not skip from here. Okay, So let's see how we can do this code. Firstly, we are going to take a day as a variable, then equal to is the operator, then integer type value we are going to pass. Int means that we are taking integer type value, and then after we are going with input. And which type of input we are talking about? We are talking about input of integer type. If you don't write integer, uh, or if you don't write anything here like int, float, anything, so what was the output? Output will be only a string type, because by default value will be a string type. So here we are writing int, so it's an integer type, then input, then enter day name 1 to 7, means this part will be printed as it is, no change will be applied here. The user will be see this thing properly. After that, entering, let's take example like user take a number 5, then we are entering in our match day, we are going to match day. Okay, then colon is there. After that, in attention we are going to put here, and then we are starting with our case. So case 1, what is if we user input 1, so if your user input is 5 here, so if your user input is 5, then this part will be printed, and what will done from this all part. So here we are going with a case 1, its condition is false, then it is not printed. If, let's then check for condition 2, means case 2, it is not 2, so it's not printed. 3 not printed. 4 Thursday not printed, and 5 Friday will be printed, because 5 equal to 5, which is true. So here you can simply say that here 5 equal to 5, then Friday will be printed. After that, this all will be uh, also check for condition case 6. Case 6, then check it's not. Case 7, it's not running. Case valid, it's also not running, because it will be run when any code will be not run. Here you can see that case 5 will be run, so uh, default case will be not run here. Now the thing what to notice is, after getting the output here, also this all are printing, means that our compiler check this case also. After getting the result, it will be check this, because and we want that Python do not do these things, means our compiler after getting the result, it do not go to any case. So we are going with a statement which is called as break. The statement is known as a break. Here you can see that break break. So what does this statement do? This statement does skip the uh, whole thing. If the output will be printed, then it will be skipped all thing. When the output, the compiler get the output, when the condition is true, the condition will be printed, and suddenly the match case will be break, means after that we are not going to check any other cases. So for that we are going with break, otherwise this was the correct question, correct type of solution. Okay, here break is not required, although writing break is a good way. In further video we are talking about all the type of statement like break, continue, and pass in a detailed way, so don't worry about this thing. Now we are going with our another question, which is a calculator. So how to make a calculator from your own calculator using match case? Because in this lecture we are talking about match case, that's why we are doing all the question with the match case only. We are not using if else, we are not using any type of conditional statement or anything, not a logical statement. Our main focus is to using match case. Okay, so that's why this all question will be done from match case, although there are many type of solution uh, to make a calculator like we are using if-elif-else statement or anything else, but here our motto is to learn match case. That's why we are using match case here. So let's see the problem statement, what our problem statement is about. So it's about to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication or division on two number. Means two number is given. Here you can see the in the sample A is given and B is also given here. Okay, and what we are going to do, so let's read the question first. uh, Perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We are going to perform four tasks, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. We are going to perform this all four tasks, and after that we are going to numbers. We are going to take two numbers from the user and choose by the operator enter. Means we are going to three get gives means you can say that taking input from user three things. First is first number, second is second number, and third is operator, which type of performance you are to perform: addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. Okay, so these are the simple type of calculator. So let's make this thing. And the third output is of op type, and op means operator, and we are going to pass our operator. After that we are going with what you can say that, you can say that simply we are going with output is like result equal to 50. Means that our output type is like result equal to is the fixed part and the output will be printed. Okay, so let's write the code for this question. Firstly, what we are going to do, we are going to comment out this old code first. After that we are going to write our code. So let's write our code. We are going to take two input from user. So first is a variable a equal to integer input, and what we are going to write here, we are going to write here simply a colon b colon. Okay, no, you can see that here we are getting enter first number, enter second number, enter operator. Okay, so it means that sample was not correct here. So let's write uh, enter first number, enter second number, enter operator, and we are also going to pass the operator in parenthesis. So what we are going to write here, we are going to write here enter first number. We are going to write here enter first number. So what we are getting for this, we are getting same thing that you are write in the inside the input function. So we are getting enter first number, then we are going with to enter second number, which is b variable inside the b variable. Integer input, then we are going with to enter which type of number, we are going with to enter second number. Then what we are going to, here you can see that the error is there because this was not you can say that this was not required here. Single equal to is for assigning the value, double equal to for comparing the value. It was the comparison operator, and this is the you can say that this is the equal to operator. Okay, so what we are going to print here, we are going to print here like let's say that not directly print, we are firstly taking a operator also here. So c equal to, you are going to input simply, because it's a in where number is means symbol is not a any type of integer, it's came in the string type. So what you are going to print here, we are going to print enter your operator or anything else. Let's see in the code, enter operator. So we are going with enter operator. After that we are putting our operator, which is plus comma minus comma multiply comma divide. So this all performance we are going to perform in this calculator. After that a colon is there for separating the value, and then we are going to create our match case, which is match. Start with our match, then what we are going to do, simply after that we are going to write the thing like any type of you can say that we are going to match with first operator. Okay, if we are matching with operator, then what we are going to do, we are going to, if case is plus means operator is plus operator, then the result will be a plus b. This will be by default the same thing will be printed here, and the comma will separated with a space, and then a plus b means result will be printed, addition result will be printed in this part. So let's write the thing here. So what we are going to do, we are simply going to print. Okay, firstly take a like you can say that I think you are writing match operator. Let's take, we are going to match operator. Okay, because it was more gives you more readability. So operator, then we are going with the case. So what was our first case? Our first case is plus operator. So we are writing it in you can simply see that we are writing this plus inside this double inverted comma, because this double inverted comma makes the plus as a uh, string. Okay, so uh, let's see the output. What if the it's a plus operators, then what we are going to do, we are going to simply print. What we are going to print, we are going to print a result as it is, result result, then equal to symbol is there with space, then again a space is there. After that we are going to separate this with a comma, and comma will gives you a automatic space was there, and then a, what we are going to print, we are going to print a plus b, addition of a plus b if operator was plus operator. Then case 2. So what was our case 2? Case 2 is, let's take minus, then colon is there, then we are going to print. We are going to print what? We are going to print same result here, result equal to, then space again a space, then comma separated with, and then a minus b is there. So this was the subtraction. We are going covering with addition, subtraction. After that we are going with multiplication, then we are going with uh, we are going with after that division. Okay, so let's write. Sorry, we gives not a error, we got a wrong thing. We do a wrong thing because after equal to we are not giving any space, because this comma gives you automatically a space was there. So that's why we are not giving space after equal to. Okay. So if I am giving equal to, then it will gives two space in the in after the equal to. So we are simply going to write here result equal to and the thing which is a multiplied by b. After that the next case and the last case is case symbol of divide. Then we are going to print. We are going to print what? We are simply going to print same thing, result equal to and then comma a divided by b. A divided by b here. So this was our whole code. After that we are going with a invalid case also. Okay. If operator was anything else from plus, minus, multiplication and division, so we are going with invalid case, which was printing the thing and the thing is invalid operator. Okay. So this was our whole code for a calculator which gives you addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So let's run this code and see the output. So you can say that it's asking for number. So first number, let's take an example of 5, then 4, and operator from plus, minus, multiplication and division. So here we are giving multiplication, then enter. So match operator, here we are getting a error because if you write to match something, like we are matching operator and operator was not created further, so it will gives you error. That's why it's giving a error. Here we are going to write operator also. We are going to put operator equal to input. So let's run the code and see again. Now it was the correct. Okay. So then 5, 4, symbol is multiplication symbol. You can see that result equal to 20 of space was there, although I am not giving any space here, and the space was there. This space will become with the help of this comma. Okay. So let's see all the calculation, like 5 plus no 5 and 5, then the symbol is means operator will be plus, so it will gives you 10. If I am printing 9, not printing, giving input from input to the our backend, 9 plus not plus 9 6, then we are going with minus, so output will be 3, which is correct. And if we are going with 6, then enter, then 9, then enter, then minus, then we are getting minus 3. Okay. So negative integer will be also our part of the, you can say that part of our solution. It doesn't mean if it's a negative it will not printed. Okay. So make sure that every time it will gives you any type of output which is in the float and any type of thing. Okay. Now we are writing another thing which is 87. Let's take an example, divided by 93. So what will be output? Output will be not printed here, because you can see that the simple thing, we are taking input type, means you can taking integer type, and integer gives you a integer. Okay. Make sure that this will be, we do not forget this type of thing. Let's take 93 divided by 70. What we are passing here, we are passing 87. So we are getting again the same thing. which was input. Integer means, sorry, not input, integer. Okay, so it does not gives any type of things which is in the float. For float we are going with here float and float data type. So this will be float data type, and we are getting, after the this performance, we are getting a float type. So this gives you a value error. Okay, so let's run a simple thing which is 8 and 2, which is also wrong there, because you know the reason. So let's move further. Let's move to the another question, which is, firstly we are going to convert this out in comment. After converting this in comment, we are going to perform our next question, which was our, so let's see the here we are going with why this will giving you wrong thing, wrong output will be there. So case op, case plus, for plus we are getting printing equal to b, then minus, then multiply. For this we are, why we are getting error? For this we are getting error because if b remainder will be 0, then and then only the printing will be performed. The means that our output was saying that how I can print the number which is in the remainder. If the number is not in the remainder, we are going with this. Okay, so division by 0 is not allowed, otherwise we are going to print. So what was here we are getting, we are getting we are not getting this thing because the not divisible by 0 is also their condition. Okay, so we are going to we are forget this condition, so that's why we are getting error. So read the question properly first, then we attempt the question. After that you are not going to solve any type of thing. Okay, so let's move in the another question, which is about to what, grade description. Grade description is there. So what we are going to do in grade description? In grade description we can simply say that we are going to take a simple letter grade, means a b c d e f g anything, and then what we are going to do, we are going to form the from the user side we are getting a b c d, and after we are going to print a sorted description for it, like we are entering b in the, you can say, in the sample. Then what was our output? Our output is very good because b is very good. Okay, a is excellent, B is very good, C is will be here, you can see that it's a good, D is pass, F is fail, and otherwise invalid grade. Okay, means that it's out of A B C D E F, it's a invalid grade. So let's write the code for this. And one thing to be noticed here, point upper, not point, dot upper function will be used here, means that any input you are going to put here, it's always in the converted into a capital. Okay, not in a small. Upper means capital letters. Okay, so let's write code for this. Firstly we are going with a grade variable name, and after the grade variable name, after entering grade variable name, we are going with taking input. Which type of input is this? This is a string input. Enter, we are going to enter grade. We are going to ask for user to enter grade. Dot upper we are using because we are going to convert this, any, if you pass to small a, then it will be converted into capital A. Okay, so that's why we are using dot upper here. After that what we are going to do, we are going to match grade A B C D E F, and then by default is also there. So let's see these things here. We are going with match first, then what we are going to match here, we are going to match grade. I think we done this question in our previous lecture. Let's see. No, we not done this. So let's write the code for grade description. Okay. So match grade, we are going to matching the grade. So how we are going to match the grade? We are simply going to match the grade with the cases. Like case uh, A. A is in inverted comma. Make sure that after we are going to put a colon and we are going with a print, and what we are going to print here, we are going to print excellent or very good. We are going to print excellent, very good, good, pass. Excellent, excellent, very good, good, pass. So here we are going to enter excellent. uh, Excellent, yes, excellent. Excellent is there, and after that what we are going to do, we are going with another case, which is case B. Case B is there, which is also a capital B, not a small b. Is we can print with a small b. Now we are going to print with a small b, but we are going to print very good. So let's write here very good. Very good we are going to print here. After that case C is there, and what was the case C? Not a small c, capital C is there, because we are converting this with upper. If we are passing here a small c, then it will not match the condition and it will be not printed, gives you wrong output. Okay, so we are going to print here good. What we are going to print? We are going to print good. If it was case D, not case A, not case B, not case C, not case D. So what we are going to do? We are simply going to print just pass, not just pass. We are going to write print pass here simply. PASS pass. And E was not there in other case. Here it's a F. Okay, not anything else, not E. So for F we are going to print here fail. So that's all for the code. And if it was not A B C D F, no, it was not A B C D F, what we are going to print? We are going to print invalid grade. Okay, so let's write invalid grade here. So this was by default case, and which is we are going to print what? We are going to print invalid day, not day, huh? Invalid grade. Okay, we are going to print a grade, invalid grade. Okay, so that's all our code, and let's run the code and see the output. What was the our output? Let's write a enter. So you can see that here we are getting a error which is match with grade. It doesn't match with grade. Okay, which was the correct one? Let's write a. Then we are again getting error, which is name error, name grade. So what was the error? Yes, you can see that grade, grade. This was the error. Okay, so make sure that your spelling will be correct. Okay, so grade is there, and then run our code again, and let's write. So you can see that excellent is there, although I am passing a small a here, but it gives you excellent because this function will convert this small a into which type of a? Capital A. If okay, so let's run the code again and write capital A. here you are going to write not there, capital A, then enter, then we are going to gives the output as excellent, which is correct output here. Okay, after that we are going with B. What was the B? B was very good, which is also a correct one, and after B we are going to gives the output C, which is good, also correct, and then D is there, which is pass, and E was there, E was not there, so it was printing invalid grade, and the last one is F. Okay, so here you can see that we are getting a correct output here, not a invalid, means not a error we are getting to face. So in starting we are getting a error because of misspell. Okay, here we can see that grade, I am writing grade as grace, so that's why we are getting the error. But at that time we are getting output for all the type of input like A, B, C, D, E. For E we are getting invalid because by default cases was also in the uh, here you can see that a by default case was invalid grade. Okay, so that's why we are doing this code. You can see our code was working fine and no issue was there, so it's mean that we are going to use this code further. Okay, so let's comment this code and write our let's going to write our another code. So after moving to another code, let's understand this from your PPT first. After that you are moved to another question. So how many question we are left with? We are left with month name, vowel consonant, traffic signal, and even or odd. These four question we left. So after completing this, after understanding this question, we are moving with the all four questions which are putting in the uh, our PPT. Okay, so let's write a grade here. We are getting input after entering grade, and this will be converted. This is a function in inbuilt function in Python which help to convert a small thing in capital. If you pass capital, it do nothing with our input, and if you write a small a, then it will be converted our output as uppercase. After that we are going with a match statement, which is match grade. We are going to match grade. After that, case A printing excellent if A was printed, printing B if we are printing very good. Okay, similarly C, case C was, if case was C means the user going to enter C, then we are getting good. If user are getting D, then it will be pass, and F for fail, and nothing for invalid. Nothing means if it was out of the range. Another thing like out of A, B, C, D, and F, so it will print invalid grade. Okay, after that our next question we are going to see, which is about to month name. So let's read the problem statement. We are going to print the name based on the month number entered. Okay, like we do the code of weekday, like one is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. So the same thing we are going to do here. Let's take an example like here we are getting a variable name with month, and after that we are going with integer input, then it is enter month name we are going to do. After that we are going with a match case. Starting our match means we are going to start our statement match month, then colon indentation was there, indentation, and after that we are going to write print colon here, enter we are going to press, and indentation will be there, and the print line will come here. Okay, for a line was not that much, so that's why I am writing like this. Okay, so make sure that when you write in your system on any code editor or anything anywhere, so you can do this format, follow this format. We are going to print January for 1, February 12, March 3. That's we can done the similar question like this. You can see here, weekday we are going to print. We are going to take a number from 1 to 7. If 1 for Monday, 2 Tuesday, 3 Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7 for. So the similar question was this was also the similar question. Uh, where it is here. So this was the similar question. We are going to perform the task. Like for case 1 we are going to print January, for case 2 we are going to print February, for case 3 we are going to print March, and so on: April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Okay, and after that, if a number does not lie between 1 to 12, so what we are going to print? We are going to print 1 and 2 are included inside this. If it is between and included 1 and 12, so what we are going to print? We are going to print this number. It is if the number is out of the range. Okay, if a number is out of the range, means not equal, greater than or equal to 1, and not small than and equal to 1. So what we are going to print? We are going to print invalid months, means that the number was not uh, compared with any number, so it gives you invalid month. Okay, so let's see our another question, which is a vowel or consonant checker. So here we are going with how to check, although we are do this code in our if else series, but here we are going with all again this question, because to clear our match case statement, here we are going with match case statement to we are going to use match case statement to solve this question. Okay, so write this question with match case, so don't use if else here or any other thing here. Okay, so that's why we are going to write this question again. Okay, our problem is to take a single character from the user. We are going to take a single character from user, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, anything from A to Z, included A and Z. We are going to take here. Okay. After that, we are going with to whether we are going to check whether it's a vowel or a consonant. If it's a vowel, we are going to print vowel. If it's consonant, we are going to print consonant. Okay, and what was the sample? You can see that here. Enter, we are going to enter a character. After that, output will be there. Okay, so let's write code for this one. So we are going to open our Visual Studio Code and write the code. So what was our code? How we can start writing? So first we are going to take input from user. Which type of input it is? It is a string input. Okay, so let's write. Take a same name, variable name, which is taken here, which is ch. Okay, so ch equal to what? Ch equal to input. Simply you can put here input, and we are going with enter character or something else. Let's see here. So here you can see that we are going with enter a character in lower case. Okay, another thing is to be noted here, which is dot lower, means if you're going with a capital A, it's converted it into lower A. Okay, so that's why we are using dot lower. Dot upper you understand how we can use, and now we will understand dot how dot lower will be work. Okay, so let's write. Now we are writing here enter a character. Enter a character. So what we are getting? We are getting input from user, enter a character. After that we are going to match. What we are going to match? We are going to match ch and then cases. So what was in case 1? Not case 1. We are going with case. After that we are going with a b, not a b, a e I o u, all vowel. Firstly we are going to take. Okay. So let's take a, and then not we are using or here, because any one condition is true, it gives you output as true. Okay. If any of if it's matched with a e I o u, any you can say that any character is matched a e, either a b c d e e, so, not b c d e, a e I o u. Okay, let's write it first, then you understand better, otherwise you will be getting confused. So let's write a, then e, then again or. This is the symbol of or, you know that. Okay, and a e I, again or, a e I o was there. After that u is there, a e I o u, yeah, the vowels. Okay, you know that. After that we are going to put colon and enter, then indentation was there. After that we are going to print. What we are going to print here? We are going to print vowel. Okay, if it was a e I o u, then we are going to print vowel. Otherwise what we are going to do? Otherwise we are going to print, also we are going gives a invalid case. So let's give this. Sorry, what was this? We are going to print consonant. Consonant or not a vowel? Yes, consonant. So you can see that a simple code was this, like we are written previously. This all things. Similarly, we are writing this code also. Okay. So it's going to check it's a vowel or consonant. So let's run the code and see the output. It's asking for character. I'm giving a, enter. So a is a vowel, correct? Uh, then I am giving a, we are facing a error, but let's see. If we are passing capital A, then it's a consonant. Although it's a vowel, but our compiler don't know capital A is what, because we are not defined it. So we are going with dot lower. Okay, means that it converted the capital in lower, and lower in always in lower. It will not converted lower in upper. Lower is always in lower. Okay. So if I am passing capital A, then it's a vowel. Now our output is correct. Small a, then it's also a vowel. Okay, correct. Then e is a vowel, and then let's see for any consonant. B. Okay, so B is consonant. And what was the capital B? It's also consonant. Okay, so that's all for this question. Means we are going to print a vowel, how we are going to take input from user, how we are going to take a vowel output as a output, and how we got consonant as a output. Okay, same thing written here. Match, we are going to match with the ch. This ch is this thing, and case we are going to print a e I o u. So we are going to print vowel if it's lies between any of the lie on any of this thing. If a e I o u, any of the one option will be correct, it gives you output as correct, means true. Okay, so that's why vowel will be printed here. After that we are going with this case, which is invalid, not invalid, we are, you can say that by default case. Okay, so this by default will be printed consonant. If this was not anything between this, then it's simply you can say that the number is the character is consonant. Okay, there are two things only, vowel and consonant, so that's why we are using this. Okay, done. Next question, is to about, this was our second last question, and this was to about traffic signal. Here we are going to check traffic signal. Okay, and after that another, which is even or odd question. Okay, so you know how to solve even or odd, but we can solve this also. Okay, with we are using here match case. That's why all the question was there. Although this was question, we are also done with if else, but here the same question we are doing with match case. So for your better clarity, because you know the logic how to write. Okay, only we are going to learn syntax, and the hands-on practice we are getting for this type of things. Okay, so what was our problem statement? Our problem statement was taking a traffic signal color. Okay, we are going to taking traffic signal color from the user, and we are going to print matching action. Okay, so firstly we are going to take color. If color was red, we are going to print stop. If color was yellow, we are going to print get ready to go. But here get ready was written, so we are writing get ready. Okay, for green we are going to go. It represent go, means if it was green, you can go from there. So let's write code for this in your Visual Studio Code. Firstly, we are going to comment out this code. This was our old code, so we are going to comment it out. Then we are going to write the thing, which was, let's take a variable color. Don't take it as color, take it as color color. Okay, because here you can see that suggestion was there, means that it's not a keyword, but it's better to use another name. Okay, so let's color equal to input, because color is in string type. That's why we are using here input. Color equal to input. Then what type of input we are putting here? Enter the color. We are going to write here enter the color. Then we are going to, after taking a input from user, we are going to print. What we are going to print here, we are going to not directly print, we are going with match case. So we are, you can use match case. Okay, so we are going to match color, color, make sure. After that a colon was there, then indentation, then case. We are starting with our case. So what was our case? If color is red, let's write here dot lower. If color is red, we are going to print. What we are going to print? We are going to print here stop, stop, stop. After that we are going with another case, which is yellow. If color was yellow, sorry, if color was yellow, we are going to print get ready. So let's write, here get ready. After that we are going with another case, which is red, yellow, and then green. We know that green, then colon, then again we are going to print here. And what we are going to print here? We are going to print here go. And if it was not red, yellow, green, it was any other color, so what we are going to print? We are going to print by default case, which we are going to write invalid, you can say that invalid color. Let's take invalid color, we are going to print here. Okay, let's run our code and see the output. Is it correct or not? Or anything else it was. So we are going to enter the color here. What was the color? Let's take red here and then enter. Here you can see that R is capital, but here your R is small. Then why output is coming? Because I am converted all the input in lowercase. Okay. Okay. So these are the way to write the code. Then we are going to stop. Okay. After that, if I am giving any color like brown, so what are we are getting? We are getting invalid color because brown was not in the traffic color. That's why invalid color is there. If green, then we are getting go. If yellow, then what we are getting? Let's see. Invalid color is spelling was wrong. Okay, you can see that get ready. Let's write get ready to go. Okay, now run the code again. Yellow. If I am writing in whole thing capital, or let's see, and W is small, then always our output will be there because it will be all the Y double L O W, all the thing will be converted into, you can say that, in a small, in lowercase letter. Okay, so this all for this question. After that we are going with our last question, which is to, we are going to, in this question you are going to check number is even or odd. If number is odd, what we are going to print? We are going to print odd. If number is 0, we are going to print simply even. Okay, here we are going with a match case, which is we are going to pass our condition. If number divided by 2 means number modulus 2, if remainder will be 2, sorry, remainder will be 0, so we are going to print even. Remainder will be 0, we are going to print even. If remainder will be anything else except 0, so it will gives you odd. Okay, so let's write our last code, which was this. Let's read the problem statement first. We are going to take a number from the user and use match case on the remainder to check whether it's even or not. So let's open VS Code and we are going to write. So match number, we are going to write an number modulus 2. If we are going to check modulus is 0, so case 1 we are going to create case 0, means if modulus is 0, then we are going to print, what we are going to print, number is even, because you know that because you know that if number is divisible by 2, it's even, and if it is not divisible by 2, if mean it mean we are getting, you can say that case 1 we are going to print if number was not equal to, uh, if remainder was not 0, then what we are going to print? We are going to print odd. Okay, so simply you can write odd here. So here you can see that if we are getting number percentage 2 equal to 0, means the number is remainder is nothing, so even will be printed, otherwise odd will be printed here. Let's run our code and see. If 5 was I am giving, then it's odd, which was the correct, and if I am 6 is given, then it is even, which is correct. So it's mean that if I am giving 0 here, then even will be printed. If I am giving any number, if which remainder is not equal to 0, then odd will be there. Let's see the same code here. You can see that we are going with num equal to integer input, enter a number. Okay, so then we are going with match. If a percentage 2 means the modulus will be 0, then we are going to print even if modulus will be any number, so we are going to print odd. So that's all from today's, and thank you.